driving up scouting for this tree, the landscape overtakes you. It's a sea of green, a sea of untouched green. Other than the road, that's all you see is green. Once you get off the road and into the forest, it's like being in a canyon of nature. You're surrounded by it. It fills your senses. I really wanted to tell the story of this tree, not from a perspective of how we climb trees, but this tree was discovered by someone driving by on the road 2 years ago. And what stood out from this tree was its bark. Red crimson bark. And the position of this tree to the road is maybe 30 feet. So this giant 200-foot tree is less than 30 feet from the road, and no one really knew it was there. This is how dense the forest is.
Oh, see it. So at 200 feet of line, you're nowhere near the ground.
Yeah, you're still 30 feet up.
Okay, but the good news is we're moving. So what we can do, tie these together, then we can get that into the ground. Then we're going to put 2 or 3 throw bags on it so that we know that we can isolate. And then maybe if we fandangle it enough, we can get
To me, climbing this tree was an honor. It's not something that you get to do every day, especially a tree that is so big, and big meaning tall. We think of some of the trees, like the poplars and the elms, that would have way more biomass, and yet this tree, its biomass is essentially above all the other trees. And this tree is only one tree. It's not like an elm that has several trunks that spin off from each other, and that's how you get that shape. This tree is literally a straight line to the sky. And what struck me the most was when you're climbing up, you reach the top of the nearest fir, you're still climbing, you pass the top of another cedar tree, now you get to 75 feet, you switch over to another line, and you keep going. And now you're climbing up and out in the sunshine, and you're the tallest out of that whole valley. You are in the tallest living thing in that area. And when you're climbing up, and the ground just falls away. The canopy closes up on you, and the next thing you know, you can't even see the ground.
Hi. Pretty good.
We are currently in the top of what is likely the tallest larch in Canada. There was a previous champion which was slightly taller the last time I measured this, which was in 2018. But that champion was crowned in the 90s, and it had about a 40-foot dead top. I imagine that top is no longer there, plus this tree is, grown a little bit, so we're going to measure it up, but it's likely that we're probably in the tallest of its species. And it is beautiful. As you can see, this dwarfs the cedars and the firs that are around it. And it's actually quite rare. You look around in this stand, you can see where the stand sort of gets defined because of the topography. You can see there's not a lot of other larches. Like this one it's a bit of an anomaly, and it's towering above its neighbors. Pretty awesome. And if you look across the hill, you can see we're starting to get some autumn colors, so the visuals are just unbelievable. We've got some snow in the distance, just capped off on the mountains, but right now we are all on our own. Pretty awesome.
Ooh.